the serious views of the violation of provisions of the Contract Labor Regulation Act and ensure all contract workmen are paid on par with the regular workmen in the organization. Sir, Section 10 of the Contract Labor Regulation Abolition Act 1970 speaks about the prohibition of employment of contract labor by considering the relevant factors. A, whether the process, operation, or other work is incidental to or necessary for the industry, trade, business, manufacture, or occupation that is carried on in the establishment. B, whether it is a perennial nature, that is to say, it is of sufficient duration having regard to the nature of industry, trade, business, manufacture, or occupation that is carried on. C, whether it is done ordinarily through regular workmen in that establishment. D, whether it is sufficient to employ considerable number of full-time workmen. These are the factors prohibit engagement of contract labor. If the contractor takes license as per the central rules notified under the Contract Labor Act Rules 25(2), Section 4, the rates of wages payable to the workmen by the contract shall not be less than the rates of the prescribed under the Minimum Wages Act for such employment where applicable and where the rates have been fixed by agreement, settlement, or award not less than the rate so fixed. But the minimum wages are fixed only the schedule of employment declared by the rules of the state and central. The government companies like railway, defense, and the public sector undertaking do not come under the purview of the schedule of the employment. So, if the contract workmen to be engaged in those organizations, they should be paid the minimum wages of the concerned industrial worker. But this is not happening in the government organization, and that act and rules are violated in the government organization itself. So it leads to private organizations also doing the same. I would therefore urge upon the Honorable Labour Minister to view this violation of seriously and should take necessary action to ensure payment all the contract workmen on par with the permanent workers similarly placed. For addressing all these issues, I request the Honorable Minister through you, sir, to convene the Indian Labour Conference as early as possible. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Mani Sanmuganji.